What do we got?
We have whiskey.
Wait a minute. I know we got whiskey.
I know.
I got this.
Hey, you got mail.
So one of our very good friends
Yes.
at Big Thirst Market.
Big Thirst. I love Big Thirst.
She sent me an email and asked if I would like a bottle of whiskey.
How'd she get your email address?
I think I was at the top of the list alphabetically.
I'm the point of contact.
Alphabetically. I'm guessing that's what happened. And she asked if I wanted a bottle of whiskey. And I thought to myself, you would like a bottle of whiskey.
Yes.
So they asked us to take this in the run-up to St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
And put together some sort of a recipe using this fine Irish whiskey.
Yes, and this is Triple Dog Irish whiskey. We've spoken with the founders.
Yep.
We've reviewed this.
We have.
We like it. And we have ideas.
We do.
I have ideas.
Well, you have ideas.
I have ideas.
I just had the bottle.
So,
you
do you want the ideas?
Let's have the ideas.
Okay, so what I was thinking is, I've been a little bit obsessed with the New York Times cooking app.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an Irish whiskey cake recipe. So...
you know what's helpful? This is Irish whiskey.
Boom!
There you go.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. So, yes. So, what I was thinking is we do a slice of Irish whiskey cake for each of us and an Irish whiskey old fashioned.
I'm on board with that.
All right, cool. So, let me go assemble and we'll be right back.
We will be.
Okay, we'll be back.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
And through the magic of science.
Look at that. Look at that.
Culinary wonders.
Yes.
Mixology.
I went to the ghost kitchen.
What do we got?
We've got a chocolate whiskey cake which has Irish whiskey in it. It is a New York Times recipe. Let's see. You want to know the ingredients?
How do we make it?
Well, I won't go through everything, but it's got butter, it's got unsweetened cocoa powder, it's got a cup and a half of very strong coffee, half a cup of Irish whiskey, and then there's sugar and flour and baking soda and sea salt and black pepper and ground cloves and eggs and vanilla extract and semisweet chocolate chips. So that's what goes into the cake. So I said the cake, we got a little butter pecan ice cream courtesy of our fine friends at Turkey Hill. Well, courtesy of would imply they gave it to me. I bought the ice cream and I bought everything else. So, and I did an Irish whiskey old fashioned.
And how did you make the old fashioned?
So half an ounce of demerara syrup, a couple dashes of orange bitters, a cherry, an orange peel, 2 ounces of Irish whiskey, and a rock.
I'm on board.
Yeah. So, all right. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, very orangey. Very orange forward.
That's good. Now, we've had the Irish whiskey before.
Yes.
And we're not going to review it again. We just put these together to see how do you cocktail with it, and then how could you make something else with it.
What do we think of the old fashioned?
That's good old fashioned.
It's a little sweet. It's a little touch on the sweet side, but you know, I probably should have done a quarter ounce of demerara.
Oh, I like them sweet.
Yeah, that's good.
The problem, though, is drink them a little too fast.
It's like candy.
Yes. Yes,
it's like candy. Shall we have some cake?
I'm going to have some cake.
Because, you know, there's nothing really better than watching a video of people eating.
If you could have this cake, you'd love it, but you can't.
That's right. You can't, but you can make it, and you know what? I will include the recipe at the bottom. So,
cheers.
Cheers. Salute. Now, I know you're not a coffee person.
Yeah, I don't think your cake's very good. I'm just going to take your piece over here, and I'll finish both, because I don't want you to have to suffer.
So how is it?
I don't get the coffee. It's good.
Yeah, it's very chocolatey.
I'm not a huge coffee fan,
so,
but it's not like it's off-putting with flavor.
Yeah, I will say that I did make a boo-boo when I made the cake. So all those semi-sweet chocolate chips, they all sunk to the bottom. Because there was a whole thing where you had to heat up, I had to melt the butter. 12 tablespoons of butter, by the way.
That's a lot of butter.
We call that an ass-fattening cake.
Just what I need.
In a nice way.
Just what I need.
Right. So, yeah, you got to melt the butter and you got to melt the butter with the whiskey, the coffee, and the cocoa powder. And bring it together. Then you got to let it come back to room temperature. So I think I didn't let it cool enough. So it didn't thicken up. Like the butter's going to come back to...
So the chips sank.
So the chips sank to the bottom when I mixed it all together. But on the other side, it's a nice little chocolate layer on the bottom.
Layer in the bottom.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's a good cake. And a good use of the Irish whiskey.
Right? And then...
That's a nice cake.
You washed it down.
With a good cocktail. And you got the good cherry.
Of course. So, anyway, For those that are celebrating
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Paddy's Day, Patrick.
St. Patrick's Day.
Right, St. Paddy's Day. DDY, not TTY.
No, not TTY.
Not TTY.
No.
For those that are celebrating, we've got this little combination, which I think works.
It does. It works well.
Yeah. So
if you're looking for a different Irish whiskey, something out of the ordinary, Triple Dog Irish Whiskey certainly plays in both a cocktail and in a cake.
yes, and on its own. It's good on its own.
And then once you're finished the cake and you're
Do
finished
a couple
cocktail,
shots, you're good. Yeah,
like
you throw
that,
a couple back.
Have some sippers afterwards.
No.
Maybe not some
Picklebacks.
shots.
How about picklebacks?
Oh, good God, man. How old are you? Anyway,
12?
the whiskey works. So I recommend anybody looking for something out of the ordinary. If you see this, you see the spiked collar, you wonder what it's all about. The whiskey is quite flavor forward. And as Dan O'Shelton was triple dog dared, he put together a nice whiskey that works well everywhere.
There you go. So this is your after dinner meal. Get some cold cannon, get some shepherd's pie,
There you go.
get some fish and chips, and you know what? Finish it off with a little chocolate
There you
cake and some Irish whiskey. So, all right, folks.
So thanks to the folks at Triple Dog Whiskey and to Jennifer Swanson at Big Thirst Marketing and to my counterpart for all of his efforts to make not just a cocktail, but also a cake.
Hey, you know, why not?
Cheers.
Live a little, folks. Cheers.